aid making, and we welcome very, very optimistic that will be more professional as we move on. You would notice that I'm not Dr. Gumede. I'm project executive services cluster. My name, I do have a DR in front of my name of the family, Dr. Gumede and I. To say, without further ado, we will on our mayor, His Worship Hunda, to give us a welcome address with some remarks around the Baba.
When the are coming, I also become the. Thank you very much. Program. My apologies for arriving in some challenges of our. It requires the mayor on different job. When I mayor, you are the first target, but no water and electricity are meant to answer. And look for the city manager, city managers, and other people. They know the man. So when there is a challenge into electricity, people are unable prepaid electricity has got some faults. So this mayor does not provide electricity. So there's a kind of the work that we do requires that when there you also intervene. My humble apologies for that. For partners, our greeting and warm greetings to the CEO of Santam, Mazinga. I wish to acknowledge colleagues, Carl, Mr. Makawati, the Santam team division commander was also commanding the team, NK Bishla, regional commanders, Mr. N. Mate, Chief Operating Officer, Lindambo Nambi is here. He welcomed me. Acting Strategy Office, the heads of department present today, the Northern Region Emergency Services officials from the three spheres, and you are all being recognized. Sanbona, ngabona ngathi kutenze kuma firefighters fanele ngicathi kunomlilo. Fire, just relax. This is a celebration. We are in a celebration to receive such a wonderful donation. Today, as we mark this important milestone of cooperative disaster risk management services partnership between the South African's leading brands on eThekwini municipality would like to welcome to everyone and expressed to Santam for working with them that will build capacity to enable the city to respond timeously during disasters in our municipality. Ladies and gentlemen, the establishment of this partnership will not only equip our 11 tools, but it will also in building confidence within communities to adequately deal with disaster whenever they show their ugly faces. We have no doubt that the full structure and valued at 4 million that Santam has donated to ahead of the other cities when it comes. Thank you very much, Mr. CEO. And we must let you know that reputation, as they have been called huge industrial and human settlements, which then have reflected to their capacities to do the work. It is important launching this partnership in this new legislation, which forms part of the 8 new fire states within the city, to bring services closer to the people. That our capacity when it comes to finances. So, facilities of the state of the art, limited resources that we have. So, for you to implement us, it shows that partnerships where public sector work with the always emerge victorious in face our people are confronted with. So this is highly commendable. Phakamisa izandla zombili zidlula ikhanda everything that you have done. To mention that we are launching this partnership in this, which forms part of this first stage. I've already alluded to that. All of them, we have put a lot of multi-millions of friends so that we are to bring closure our services to where people live. These areas, Tongat, Verelem, it's difficult without this station adequate response whenever disasters are confronting us. Following the April floods, we have sector civil society organizations and provide much needed relief to the flood. This collaboration, once again, it is only when we work together many challenges that our people and the countries at night. I've also delegated one of us as well to ensure that on my behalf with other lottery fund where they've also they came to ensure that we get the relief who were stranded were also assisted with things which assisted them to carry on. So we really appreciate it because it's a true reflection. Whenever we work in unity, we'll all. But when there is us and government, there is that business somewhere with challenges. But anyone, as and when they wish together, then we won't be able to provide response to the challenges that our. So when I talk about the disasters, the disaster hate, disaster hate, yeah. I was saying, man, about disaster. Mbomvu ungixolela uyona management head. Thank you very much. Udadewethu esingaye nalapha uzama. Siyabonga kakhulu ntokazi, ngisazokhuluma. So important that today's example of this collective must continue to forge together. We respond to the challenges. The country's largest insurer, we look into the company's expertise, management, so that we strengthen our aim at mitigating against the severe impact disasters. So we know partnership will assist both of us. A disaster has come, will bring the big claim. We have such partnerships where we work together. We are together in making sure that some of these disasters to happen. So run in a correct fit. So we really acknowledge program that the threat of climate change earlier. Launched a climate action plan in 2020 for the municipality to mitigate the impact of this action. Demonstrated that we are conscious of the fact that we hopes and dreams of our people, millions of who want to see tangible actions and policy sustainable development. We are pleased that the municipality, through our cities, continue to take on the challenges to address climate change, and we have developed a climate action aid towards climate resilience and carbon. So we are not just the act to ensure that our actions reflect that disasters or challenges that are not derailed. They are already here. Cities, provincial governments, we must work together to ensure that also adopt the adaptation to ensure that we save the life. Whenever we talk about this, look at what is the contribution on emissions by Africa, 4%. So in the whole world, then that we can't be dictated to do things whilst people who are polluting our air are relaxing the data to do away with some coal and gonna be doing away, but we want to improve the utilize that coal so that it is a coal that green economy and ensure that we save lives and the challenges of climate. Therefore, we welcome this partnership and the true Santam's partnership to risk program will be able to build a climate resilience, also be able to empower communities through promote awareness about climate change. As communities which we may view as small things, they contribute negative floods attacks us. Small things is that we litter anywhere. We view it as a small thing, but when it comes to disaster, so when it's throwing any object system, angani noma baba niyawazi namaphambasi nina manje ngingawazi shooting. So amapampas fakwe toilet, flush, all these things, they result because once we have a blockage of our systems, then that result to disaster because we are not to where it's supposed to go. Instead, flow over and go straight to people, then demolishing the house. So it's important that such things. Attitude yokuthi when you are at home endaweni actually sezakhiweni mana qoqa udoti mase qoqa udoti abasumlila ngale ukuthi it poses a danger for the community because awazi nje bushisa ngoba that fire may escalate and rob us of people's lives. Aside, the very same fire emits, so the air quality that we need is going to be tainted. So therefore, it's important to do that. All this heat, when you say 5, at least below 1.8 levels. So we want to address, because when communities this bad having fire everywhere, we want water, there's a public protest, everything. So that on its own to the heat levels. So therefore, for levels, we must do away with some of these. So the community structures, we must work together to ensure that, and no one else will save the planet for ourselves. We are saving the planet to come. So therefore, it's such a responsibility. Colleagues, we together to achieve these sustainable objectives we have put for ourselves and create communities. We must work with civil society members to become environmental activists to ensure a cleaner future for the next. As the city and rebuilding of infrastructure, it is crucial some of the human factors that contribute to them. For example, failure by community dispose of waste, in designated strain on our stormwater drainage system. As we look to find ways to turn waste into money by the potential that exists and find lasting waste management solutions. To me as a mayor, that yeah, but they should be jealous about their way. Why they should become jealous? Because that waste is money. If you segregate, you put the plastic aside, you put the papers aside, that there is a potential for recycling there. Potential for us to source energy from the very same. There is a potential to build many industries to generate power, waste to gas to power of that. So those are kind of inter. And when people talk about the high CEO, these are kind of unlock the jobs for the people. Mobilize communities. Let's work with the youth, women, people with disabilities. This partnership and say that waste and make it work and source the economy that we are looking for. So we are happy to this occasion to receive big contribution. We call it big. It is of its first nature where with government, the city, and sometimes so that we are able to respond. Lastly, we want to commit to making this partnership work, and its success is going to be not only for the model for the Africa as a whole. Yeah, must be done all over in Africa. Words, there are very few. Whenever I 5 hours speech, so I try to reach in my speech so that at least I can talk. So I think I've tried my level best. Thank you very much. You are all welcome. Enjoy.
Baba Mayor and Bazinga, I want to strive to do it within an evidence. So we now like to share that culminated in today and behind it that went to council to it's a video clip and thereafter by Santam. Thank you.
Of Durban, like all cities of the world, is a natural disaster. As the world is with the eThekwini municipality is the largest, most industrialized, and an economic hub stemming from the migration and unsustainable emergence of informal settlements. The municipality is 100 informal settlements and constantly the urban poor and marginalized find themselves in floodplains or in slopes. The city is characterized by, simply put, it is a mountainous city. It has over 200 major hazard installations because of economic developments occurring within the municipality. Although industries are considered as one of the countries, they continue to be the environmental and disaster, posing significant risk for the municipality. Industries have a positive economic impact, several negative impacts such as health, environment, and air pollution. The presence of coastal civil unrest has demonstrated the important operations of working in solidarity with the social status of the most vulnerable communities. Systematic and preventative measures need to be prioritized. Sustainable response pattern. It is to comply with the legislation by continuous and improve its capacity to reduce forest impacts through partnership with national government. Leveraging the national strategic partnership, our city receives support to reflect on the using a systematic approach of lessons learned with an aim to improve disaster preparedness. The LLE is a relevant and it relates directly with the standby framework for disaster. The LLE project utilized the Natal floods as a focusing event for the government, private sector, and disaster. A single historic focusing event structure for the LLE, enabling an timeline, national, provincial preparedness prior to events, emergency event by government partners, and community of the respective outcomes from the event. LLE drew from the world framework to ensure a consistent, comprehensive emergency preparedness response foundation. This was adopted by the United Nations Global Preparedness Partner. The R2R framework provides of a range of interdependent elements of response, which include legal and information, facilities, personnel. The LLE project stages, each broken down into several tasks, were conducted in the following order: desk report, survey, workshops, and the compilation of the fund about 12 weeks. The survey out most departments or organizations state 2019 flood event, but also reporting and resource needs. There was a recognition that those could play a vital role in emergency and that given appropriate support could reduce. There is a high degree of planning in place, good teamwork, and effective partnerships with counterparts at provincial and national spheres. Form next steps. Stakeholders, the 17 LLE thematic recommendations, organize and prioritize those recommendations list that also identify the relevant ministry or department that should take the prioritized recommendations include the financing chain to reduce processing delays, extensive review of early warning provision to incapacity building program, develop a standard regular training, drills, and multi-agency reviewing of existing plans and standard operations to emergency command and control facilities, operation centers, fusion center, reviewing business planning processes, advisory forum to support their work in the review of emergency preparedness and response, existing community structures and groups to enhance the risk and emergency preparedness. Workers to develop community-based response programs for community sensitization on the risks. The city is now finalizing its implementation institutional arrangement, which consists of the three thematic working groups as follows: capacity building, disaster incident management, and process. These are different heads from different line functions approach, and they all report to eThekwini disaster. The LLE recommendations for institutional arrangement approach used by eThekwini applied by any other city to advance their climate adaptation.
Sign language is the only way outside well, and the only way to.
The school is facing fires to the bush. The fire can erupt from the kitchen.
Shut to each and every class. We had, but it's a deaf. They cannot hear.
Santam CSI department donated and the strobe lights so that one is assisting for the learners. We additional fire extinguishers, the scope around risk management, saving life.
Santam, they show us that even if you are disabled.
For risk and resilience is Santam to build resilience. We build institutional capacity, qualities associated with fires.
Here they are close to each other.
Another fact, low-hanging electricity wires. It's impossible to drive with them. The Lady Valley Fire from the Santam project.
The skid mobile because they're very small of this area to be part of the bigger story. That is why I get my kick out of life.
Municipalities have received the benefit, and it's about lives and livelihoods.
So members in the House are confident with the video clips we've managed to show that whatever our relationship is, it can only succeed because it's based on services on the ground. In that saying that, the CEO of Santam, Mr. to address us.
Many municipality, the municipality, my colleagues from Santam, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Now, let me, Mr. Mayor, that warm city, we have found that the people are incredibly warm as the city is. We, from your people here at the fire station, warm welcome, and we're very grateful. When I woke up this morning on my suit, I knew something was wrong. It's very warm. So I think next time, Mr. Mayor, we ask that beautiful shirts that you have. You can see myself and our colleagues. You can corporate. We are very grateful to be part of this today. We are just insurer, and we have built our business. We also know that these partnerships create, and this has been highlighted, which found that under water and electricity infrastructure in our country makes our cities and our town to many risks, which also include drought. They further write that a consequence of is that our municipalities also end up where these limits all challenge with raising finance. And so we know are critical as we also grapple with climate change. Is very evident. Our municipalities, as well as the related increase. We also know that a challenge for us here in South Africa, challenges far afield. We saw the snowstorms and across the board, infrastructure. And so this is not only a challenge that we have. And so I think it's important to put that in perspective, only a challenge for us here. Closer to home, there are many examples. The 2016, the floods in Gauteng, and more recently, the deadly flood during April, which we know caused damage where people lost their lives. Mr. Mayor, we know that is the real faced as a community. We are all feeling these challenges and the impact in all of our lives. Is experiencing the climate firsthand. Due to the flood, there were over 400 confirmed fatalities, close to 80 people still missing, over 100, and more than 17 billion. From our point of view, we expect to pay more than 4 billion floods. But to give some perspective, the cost of the Knysna fires to our business was just over 800 million. And that such claims and such exposure incidented. And so the Durban floods are by far the largest natural catastrophe the company has faced in over 100. And so the cost to governments as a whole, we know, is much greater, especially if we consider the fact that by the disaster are actually not insured. And so, as the country, for us, without risk mitigation and management, it isn't for us. And so today, great pleasure to be signing this agreement with the eThekwini Municipality. Agreement will also allow the municipality to access online planning support tools that provide evidence on the likely impacts of climate change that will have on our cities. It also presents several other that can be implemented by local government against the impact of current, and it assists municipalities that allow them to develop climate change adaptation plans. The tool by the Center for Scientific and Industrial Research, Disaster Management Center, and the Fisheries and Environment. And so the importance of collaboration, that no single entity organizes on their own. And so we have who gets to speak first, who speaks second, necessary protocols to ensure that we tease together. But I think that the municipality become part of the partnerships for risk, and this is a Santam created to assist municipalities deal with risk. Background and some context, as we call it, was established as a flagship program with the national government and traditional affairs. See the importance of partnerships. Initiative. We aim to strengthen the district municipalities and metros with a specific focus on and drought. And so we bring municipalities the full might proactive risk management expertise. In this expertise residing in our corporate premiums, when those expertise on the ground to save lives and to prevent communities. To date, we have partnered with 82 across South Africa, impacting in a very positive 12 million lives that are residents of the support. Our program to develop a very holistic shared risk to address climate-related risks for municipalities. The mayor highlighted that what is good for the city is good for Santam. It does not cost the municipality anything. Attention and your time. of this program are largely, and we believe that they will be immense. And so Santam will provide disaster risk capacity building, advisory services to enhance municipalities' ability to prevent and to handle. We saw that there are many learnings, need to take these learnings into the future. And so to kickstart this partnership, as have donated full structure firefighting equipment, 4 million rand, and that is our small contribution. And so in essence, colleagues, as Santam societies to face the significant increase in severity, the floods, cyclones, and everything that we may have for future, that this is our and so partnerships such as this agreement, and they ensure that we begin formulating on how we best mitigate against not only coming, but what is also happening across. And so we therefore look forward to over the next few months and years, the men and women who live and fight day-to-day basis. I myself about the need to be more fit, wear the kit to carry a tank on your back. If you men and women, at least from Santam every day, that can carry out the day carry out. I salute you, and we're grateful, Mr. Mayor, for this opportunity.
Thank you very much, CEO. I ask that we can please indulge with me to the program and Baba Mayor and the CEO convert this engagement and marriage. So we ask you to please come in the collaboration agreement. I'm now inclined to invest in me. You Baba Mayor and CEO, in fact, we equally ask for the handover to be given now. So the colleagues, may I please ask the head of disaster management officer to also come through to here. Colleagues, we are happy donation. It gives us the ability to recruit and appoint 92 that are expected to start on the 1st 2023. So this partnership, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, an event like this without showcasing our year. So we ask for a cultural event for the kids. If they're ready, can. Okay, we're waiting for. Please welcome, ladies and gentlemen, the kids from to perform.
One.